Yeah, sure, jokes. But anyways, guys, Andrew, yes, those levels help Andrew. They're all gamma levels, right? Tesla 310 was a huge gamma level, and Apple 157.50 and 160. I was very close to shorting Tesla 2 yesterday, but just didn't do it. And for the scalp, obviously, right? Um, so guys, I do have SPX. Ooh, I have 1 minute. Let's go to the 1 hour chart, and we closed yesterday around here. Where do we close yesterday? All these SPX USD. Sorry, guys. Yes, right here. So this is where we closed. We're pretty much flat, just up a little bit. So not much activity except in the morning we had this. I believe this had to do with Russia and news and stuff. And Russia, I believe, is in partial mobilization, right? That's what I read. Obviously, it's hard to tell how the news come out and what's exactly happening. And but with SPX, one thing today is FOMC. There's not much for me to go over here except one thing, except two levels I'll give you guys. These are gamma levels where the dealer's activity will go on. Number one is 3870 level. All right, then we have 3830. Okay, 3830 really will pressure selling. All right. More selling will happen if we break 3830. Okay, this is after FOMC, maybe tomorrow, maybe before, I have no idea, right? During the day we might just break even, stay sideways, nothing may happen. All right, and then 3900 is a good resistance level, but today a hold above 3900, 3920 and 3950 is possible. And if today they announce 75, and I think if they do announce 75, I think the market will react positively. I think we can still go down, I have no idea, but 4,000 is not far given the supportive flows in the market. Okay, given the supportive flows that we have in the market to hold this market. If the market does not react to a downside, 4,000 is possible this week. All right, it's possible today, in fact. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and let's see what comes up or down. I'm ready for either side. I don't care what comes. Okay, so let's see. We are here at a very good support level, and if I just go over the SPX, I'll go over SPXD. Just SPX alone, we are at a very good support level here, a very good support zone right here. That's where exactly we are. We're the right now. Let's see what happens, and it'll be one hell of a show the coming next 2 days. And I'm just looking for a trend day, 100-point trend day, up or down. That's the day I really want to catch, because that's when a lot of money is made. All right, and taking it easy until we break out of this range, obviously, and then let's see what happens. And today might be that day. And on FOMC, most of the days on FOMC the market ends up higher. So, but the following day the gains are usually given up. If you guys remember, throughout this entire year, that's been the theme, right? And let's just go with the dollar quickly. Dollar is breaking out above 110. It's not good for equities. So today this can make a toppy pattern here, or it can go up even higher after FOMC. But 110 hold puts pressure on the equities, right? 10-year rates holding strong, not even small dips. They're rising it, they're holding it strong. As long as we hold about 3.5, I think this will continue pressuring equities. And today obviously we have Fed, so let's see which way the movement happens. And Euro USD also just here kind of wanting to break down, right? Is working on this little bit bear flaggy pattern. Let's see how far it breaks down, if it breaks down. All right, and this will be something to see. USD yen, no, sorry, USD JPY. Another bull flaggy pattern, and if this continues like this, there will be a huge spike to the upside towards 147, 150, which is a massive move in the forex world. All right, obviously this will probably pressure on equities as well, if you guys just consider correlation. Let's see, one day at a time. TLT broke the low of the year yesterday, and now let's see if this is actually the low of the year or if we continue going down. Right, if the money comes out of bonds, obviously that's not good for equities either. Then that's something to keep in mind. But again, today after FOMC Fed, a lot of things will change. So let's see. And Tesla 310 yesterday was great resistance, obviously, and then above 310, obviously, we have 313, 312. That's where it got rejected from. But yesterday in the morning, the 310 was a perfect resistance to have this scalp opportunity. This was a very $3 move, right? These resistances work on the first touch the best. So when there's a resistance and it's the first time approaching it, it works the best, because then after that, once this resistance is played, you catch this move, You cannot just keep playing the resistance because eventually it's going to break if it keeps revisiting you, right? And then we broke, then we had the 315, and then just around 313 it gave a little toppy pattern, came back down to 306 again. All right, Apple same thing, 157.50 was a great short ad, and then 160. But so from here, even if you caught the move all the way toward 155.50, it was a great move. I was actually gonna buy puts here, then given the strength that I saw, I'm like, you know, maybe we get towards 160, 159, and that's where I would want to take my shorts, right? But if we get there today, I will see the flows far out how I want to play Apple. And Amazon, if we just go on the daily, been a little weak, just holding, but again it all depends on FOMC, the meeting, how it goes, and then we'll go on from there. But this obviously, if it breaks down, this is a big move down to a downside. Amazon, just keep an eye on Amazon as well in case if the market weakens. This can definitely take out the low of the year. All right, and Google has already gone, it's leading, and this pattern on Google, now that it broke the bear flag, we're here at the 100. This is a very popular pattern, and you guys know about this pattern, right? It's a very popular pattern. Usually there's a bounce from this type of a pattern. So keep an eye on Google in case on FOMC, if we rip and the market rips, this can have a nice little green candle. But again, this is a very bad looking chart. It can continue going lower. All right, but this is just a technical play for one day, maybe for FOMC if the market reacts well. So let's see what happens here, and then from there we'll go. But the weekly is not a pretty sight on Google. If Google does bounce, I'll probably be adding some puts far out, because on the weekly this is not a good look on the weekly, right? And so let's see what happens here. And Microsoft as well on the weekly, similar to Google, nice little break. Apple is still holding pretty well, not bad, but I think Apple will take out the low of the year eventually in the coming months. And Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, he's lost over $70 billion in wealth this year, but he still has plenty. But this is also a very ugly weekly chart, but we are at a strong support of the COVID lows. But basically when the COVID, the crash happened, that's where Meta is right now, guys. That's where Meta is right now. So keep an eye on this name as well. And saw someone mention PayPal in the chat. I think it was Nils MT, I believe. The chart is nothing too good looking for me personally, but let's see what happens. Weekly could be a bull flag if the market goes, but for long term, obviously they might be coming up with new products and services, and which way the world is going. But for now, we're just stuck in this huge supply and demand zone from 2018, right? And let's be patient. It's FOMC today. There's not much for me to say in pre-market, but I'll be live giving you gamma updates on